Hi, Andrew here. And lately, I've had some thoughts on integrity. Integrity was explained to my children by their then karate teacher as doing the right thing when nobody's looking. And great example of it, I came out of Walmart one day to find a note under my windshield, and it was a name and a phone number and a confession that she backed up into my front end and cracked my grill. Please get in touch with me. I will pay for the repair. And she did. She didn't have to. She could have just driven off and left me with a $500, $700 car repair all on my own, but she didn't. She lived with integrity. Actually, she and I had a wonderful conversation after everything was all settled because we believed the same things, that we had children, that we were teaching them an important lesson in life, and that is to live with integrity. I ran into something similar this morning at work. I screwed the pooch. We changed our ordering process, and the way I remembered it, I haven't done it in a couple of years, and the way I remembered it is different from the way it is now, and I missed a step. And the whole order didn't get processed for an extra week, so my parts are coming in late. Had my team meeting this morning, and as soon as the subject came up, the boss asked about the status, and I said, well, there's a problem. I made a mistake, and I explained what it was. And I just volunteered it right out. This mistake has been bothering me. He was on vacation, and I couldn't tell him. So I've got this mistake up here hanging over my head. Today, I told him, and I feel 100% better because I don't want that sitting on me. I believe I talked about the mistakes we make and the hurts and the angers and all the negative stuff that we hold on to, that we keep in here. We bear it. We carry it. It's a burden. And the simplest way to unburden is to live with integrity. You make a mistake, you own up to it, you put it out in front of you, and then you can fix it. I think about this a lot because of my kids. And it's really funny. The way my parents tried to raise me is the way I'm trying to raise my children. And it literally comes down to, you make a mistake, own up to it. Because the consequences of owning up to your mistakes are far, far lighter than trying to hide them, trying to dodge them. You might get away with it, but that, whatever it is going to live in you. When I was 10 or 12 years old, I stepped on broken glass on the beach, and I had it in my heel for years, like 20 years. I had a piece of broken glass under the skin, and it would move around, and I'd have this sharp pain in my foot, and then it'd go away and it would be gone, and I wouldn't notice it. And then some period of time later, it would come back and I'd be in pain for a bit. And then it'd move away. And it was this shard of glass inside my body that I was carrying around, and it was causing me pain regularly. Until one day I said, enough. I sterilized a scalpel. I have access to scalpels for forming plastic parts at my work. I took a scalpel and I sterilized it, and I cut the damn thing out. Removing it hurt, but it healed over, and it's never hurt since because it's gone. The mistakes, the burdens of your past are like that little shard of glass. And I've told my children about this story about having this piece of glass in my heel that kept hurting until I cut it out. The mistakes and burdens of your past are that shard of glass rolling around inside you, causing you pain. They're the burden weighing you down. The only way to get rid of them is to get them out. Unburden yourself. Lay them down. Put the stone down. Cut out the piece of glass. Heal the wound. Sometimes the wounds, the problems, you can't do that. The person has passed out of your life. You know, if you've offended somebody, you've hurt somebody, they've passed out of your life, whether they've moved on, you've moved on, they've passed away. And that's much harder to unburden. But as much as you can, live your life with integrity. Make a mistake, do something bad, do something wrong, own it. Relieve yourself of it. You'll be better for it. The person on the other end of it will be better for it. And you'll make yourself, in my case anyway, an example to your children of upright living, of living with integrity. And as I've said, the only job I have is raising those boys. The number one priority I have in life is raising those boys to the best I can. Integrity is a huge part of that. Thanks for watching. That was my time. Now is your time. And in the meantime, live your life with integrity. And you'll see me soon.